With
Traumatized.
So you see the origin of the huge shadow on the deck, the shadow of two huge wings, is a rock, a giant eagle.
a giant eagle.
Ooh.
Yes. It looks very fierce. It strikes fear in the hearts of the crewmen who are desperately trying to go below deck and into cover. And first to act is Aurelia. You see it as it's broken both masts. It looks like it's gonna take a deeper dive towards the people on deck.
Mm. Is it? Can I try to melee him, or is he not anywhere near me to melee?
It is 40 feet away from you.
So is it? So it's above me, so I can't hit him.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what cleric spells I can use to try to harm this thing.
Okay.
Alright. I will throw a guiding bolt its way.
You can attempt that, yes.
It's a simple attack roll, so
Yeah.
think about its spell attack modifier as well, so alright.
Indeed.
18.
That hits. Roll damage.
Damage.
Okay.
And now any attack made against it has the next attack roll is made with advantage. And that'll be my turn because
Okay. Terminal, you see a bolt of light hit the rock, and then it starts glowing, making it an even easier target to hit.
Terminal picks up his crossbow and tries to shoot a bolt into it.
Okay.
To the
Roll
creature,
two
the rock.
d20s. Keep the highest.
2d20s. 17 plus 18. 18, I guess. It's the highest number, right?
Yes. You hit it.
18.
Roll damage.
5.
Mm-hmm. Alright. The bolt gets lodged in its body. You can see clearly there's blood dripping down and onto the deck. The creature is bleeding. Now it is the creature's turn. Um, I want Tammy now to make a dexterity and an agility saving throw.
20.
Yes.
9. 9, 9, 9, 9.
You fail.
Ah.
You are knocked prone
What?
and you take some damage. You take 15 damage.
15?
Yes. You barely dodge its sharp talons, almost ripping you in half. And it also grabs a crewman along the way. Now, it is the crew's turn. The crewmen, even though they are afraid, they manage to hold themselves. And they hit it with whatever they have at hand. Chains, furniture, maybe some tools. They manage some damage to it. Then it is Serain's turn. Where is he? There.
It's our Britain boy. He's come.
Serain will fire a firebolt at it. He hits. And barely hits. Ooh. It does good damage. You see the bolt lights some of its feathers on fire, and the rock is screeching very, very loudly. It is Aurelia's turn again.
It's time to fire another guiding bolt. This time, it will be as a level 2 spell. So I am taking a big risk here. That's a 15.
That doesn't hit.
No, well that sucks. Oh well.
You know, despite its size, it's
just-
still a very agile creature. It manages to dodge, flapping its wings, changing its center of mass. Your attack fails. Any movement? Any bonus actions?
Well, I could do a bonus action heal on Kaminal. Let me look here.
It's 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, but also I get to heal 2. Kaminal, how much do you have left?
Say again?
How much HP do you have? Can you theoretically survive another turn?
5. I have 5.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, no, he needs to be healed on the double. 2d4 plus... Actually, it's time to go... you know what? Yeah, we'll just do that. You heal 13.
I gain 13 or do I have 13?
You get 13
You
back.
gain 13 HP.
So
Aurelia
it's,
gives him a pat on the back and goes, "Hey, it's okay,
it's,
Zilford."
13 plus 8 plus 5. 5 plus 13. 18.
Yeah.
Terminal has a spasm like he was... like he had like a defibrillator jolt into him. Because he was unconscious. He was prone.
Yeah. Now it is Terminal's turn.
Terminal gets up and he thanks Aurelia. um, Terminal will use the crossbow again.
Mm-hmm.
6.
Yeah. The bolt flies wildly, of course, and lands somewhere in the open sea.
In the water.
Yeah. Now it's the rock's turn. It will fly down and it will grab Serene.
Oh no!
No, not the Breton.
You hear his grunting, screaming in pain. His plate being pierced by the rock's massive talons. It is his turn now. He will try. He fails. He fails to wound the rock any further. It has him in its grasp. Yeah, the crew are unsuccessful as well. Aurelia.
We got this. Guiding bolt once again. We're gonna try to hit this thing to make him let go of the Breton. 24.
That hits.
And at level 2, this is gonna be great. $15 damage.
Alright.
15? Hell yeah.
And now the next attack has advantage.
Yes. The rock screams again as the piercing light goes through it. Terminal, it's your turn.
I cast Bardic Inspiration in Valeria. Aurelia, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have a bonus action, right?
A Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action. You have a complete action, a normal action.
Okay. Then I use a crossbow again. It's the only help weapon I can use.
Okay.
No.
You have advantage.
No flying creature. Let's go. 1 critical fail. God damn it.
Wait, even though with advantage?
No. Roll again. You have advantage. 2 dice.
Okay.
So roll another one.
8.
That's better.
That's better, but it's not enough. The bolt hits the eagle, but it's not powerful enough.
To do damage.
Yeah. Now the rock.
Oh shit. If it was critical fail, I guess the bolt will hit the Breton.
Yeah.
Or jump into my face or something like that.
Oh no, it would have hit Aurelia right. It just would have hit Aurelia right in the back. She's just like, oh, you mother.
The crew throw nets at the rock, trying to capture it.
Nice. I
And
think it is just the next attack.
yeah.
Oh.
Serene manages to fight his way out of the rock's grasp. while the rock is flying away, almost crippled by the amount of damage it received. Serene fall. Oh, oops. Serene falls with a very loud thud, landing on the deck. He doesn't get up.
Aurelia runs over to him.
Your movement takes you up to here.
Oh yeah, we still got the rack to deal with. Let's see if we can't finish him off with a little bit of See if we can't finish him off. Let's see it. I already know what's about to happen here. 11. He
Unsuccessful.
needs to beat the game. Hold the game.
The movement of the ship, the gentle rock of the sea causes you to miss. The rock is unharmed by your attack. Terminal.
Dang.
How far is the rock?
You can move up to here. And that makes the rock be at 66 feet from you. You can fire at it with your crossbow normally.
I will use the crossbow and fire at the rock.
Okay.
6.
Another failed attack.
Yeah, why not? Well,
The-
at that distance, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Moving target.
The rock is again unharmed.
How
There
to
are,
catch a rock.
there are a few projectiles launched from the crew members as well. They are unsuccessful too. And the rock flies away.
Is it- Just flies away.
Yes. Let me see. Is it here? No. Anyway, we are out of initiative order. You can act as you want.
Really is gonna go over and check Sir Rain to make sure he's not dead.
Roll a medicine check.
I mean,
If I roll a 1, it's just gonna be, I've seen this before. Death.
Terminal approaches
25.
25.
Yep.
Do you have X-ray vision?
Well, you're pretty sure he is breathing. However, there is a gaping hole in his chest.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him twice. I'm gonna use up all my spell slots here to save him. Meaning he officially owes me one.
Once for each lung.
I'm just gonna roll them both together because
Yeah.
he heals 9, and then there's also my cleric ability. He also heals 2 plus my spell level, so he heals 12.
Sir Rain breathes again. When you finish casting your spell, he takes a deep breath. He gets up and looks around. Where is it? I'm gonna pluck its feathers one by one.
It flew away. Gone. You won't have to worry about it.
Coward.
I don't think you really should be eager to really be taking that on right now, considering your current condition. I mean, yeah, you've been healed, but it's possible that if you got into another scuffle like that, you might not survive next time. And besides that, you'll probably need to rest to heal up more.
He goes to speak to prove you wrong, and he just coughs. You can clearly see blood coming down from his mouth. I shall make sure everyone else is safe. And he limps towards the closest crew members, Terminal. Sees that none of the nobles are harmed or had been in harm's way to begin with. Looks around once again and without saying anything goes to his cabin. Once the losses have been accounted for, meaning the crew member that got snatched by the rock and the 2 masts that are broken, everything continues as normal. The
Alright, I think
quartermaster
it's time to...
shouts at everybody to go back to work and start fixing the masts. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Let's say I think it's time for Terminal and I to find a place to sleep at least.
A place to what? To flee?
To sleep.
To sleep. Terminal agrees.
The nobles want more of Terminal's song today. Along with the other musicians. At the lower decks this time, where it is safer.
Terminal doesn't feel really like it, but at this point, he doesn't want to lose any prospective employers or buyers or clients. So he takes a deep breath and he goes for them to play for them.
Let me just look here so I can help you out just a tiny bit because I think I can still help. Yeah, I'll just cast guidance on you so that way you're good. And Aurelia's just gonna be like, like a college student who just finished a 12-page paper on the night it was due and turned it in, just passed out. Just on a pile of hay. Is sleepy. With a little note that says, "Napping cleric, do not disturb."
Yeah. Back to the baskets full of cotton next to the abakin long fins and the moon wine, which is wine made out of moon sugar. It's something like skooma, but it's a lot more gentle and doesn't get Khajiit crazy like moon sugar does. Terminal
Khajiit
make
crazy.
yeah.
A performance check.
Terminal performance check, yes. 1d20 and 1d4 from Aurelia's guidance.
7 plus 4, 11.
It is a mediocre performance. Let's see how the others do. Oh, the others blunder. One of them got so stressed that that turned to drinking. And while you were performing for the nobles, he tried to do some stunt with his viola, and he just landed on top of them, ruining the whole thing.
Please tell me he didn't spill any alcohol.
He must have. The nobles were drinking
Party
too,
to
so
Holland.
At this point, I would be thankful if he hadn't vomited on them or something.
well, no, it wasn't that bad. He's escorted out by one of the guards, and the nobles are done with musicians for today. You may go.
Terminal apologizes, justifying the attack has left him and the other musicians uninspired.
You see Aurelia already asleep on the cotton baskets.
Terminal lay down and sleeps again too.
All right. While you sleep, you can hear the crewman repairing the ship. A lot of shouting, a lot of banging noises. Because of this, the journey took 2 extra days to be completed. It could have been worse. You awaken feeling well rested after an unknown amount of hours. It is dark outside.
Do we get the full HP?
Yes. Full HP, all uses of bardic inspiration, all magicka. The ship appears to have stopped. And there is crewmen unloading stuff, taking crates, barrels, and they are also coming for your cotton baskets too.
So I'm assuming we're at our location of High Rock.
Make a history check.
History.
Figure this out.
16 plus 1. 17.
Okay. You indeed recognize the rocky source of High Rock. The ship is docked. The nobles are long gone. They have already gone on shore. And there is only the ship's crew unloading the goods. Even Sir Rain is off the boat. And you are also instructed to leave the ship.
I tip my hat and, well, I don't even have a hat. I tip my hood and I, get off the ship.
Mm-hmm. Terminal.
Terminal follows and goes out to the ship too.
What you see in front of you is a coastal city protected by thick rock walls, stone walls. And right at the docks in this area there is quite the commotion. There is a lot of guards, of course. Very different from the Elfwell city in Elsewhere. This place feels a lot more familiar than the city of Elsewhere did.
Yeah, because sand.
There is mostly humans. There is a few elves here and there. And a few orcs even.
What is the name of the city? Do we know?
Yes. You know that you must be in Camlorn.
Come on.
It is a major city in High Rock. As far as you know, Camlorn and Daggerfall, which is to the south from here, are an alliance together. While the other major cities of High Rock are in their own alliances.
Hmm.
Terminal tries to see what's happening in that commotion.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate it too. Let's see what's going on.
So
I guess some worker is working on the road and he has several bosses supervising him then.
yeah. There's a woman crying. Well, everyone welcomes the nobles back. Everybody wants to hear their tales from their journey down in elsewhere, all the way to the south. Others just want the rare spices. In any case, there is a lot of people and everybody wants something from the ship. And so, the quartermaster of the ship and the captain together manage all the crew so that the goods will be unloaded safely and everybody gets their pay. A lot of manual labor is included, of course. And
Terminal tries to search for the rich lady that had uh, requested his service back in the ship. He tries to see if she is in the crowd or among the other nobles.
make a perception
Roll for
perception check, yeah.
15. 15? Wait a minute. I guess it's 15 plus... plus 4, 19.
Come on. You do not see her around here. However, you hear that she's gone at her tower.
So Tom and I was looking for the special lady.
Terminal explains to Aurelia that he is interested in having a job for a local lord that lady Listin Lula had expressed some interest.
Can't fault you for that, I suppose.
I mean, all comments. Uh, she is not. She's not around here right now, but I think we have time to search for her.
Yeah.
Well, we're not in any hurry. Not like we're doing anything here.
Is there an inn or a tavern around? There must be.
There is indeed. It's the Broken Oar.
The Broken Oar.
There's a lot of people there too, of course. And there is an elf performer singing in the elven tongue.
Hold on, I gotta pull up my elf to Nordic translation guide.
Do you speak it?
No,
Sad.
it's a joke about how Nords carry books to translate what the elves are saying. All the fancy words.
And a lot of the ship's crew is also coming to this inn to spend their coin. And enjoy a warm meal and a cold drink. It feels like any other inn you've been in. Warmer than Candleheart Hall in Windhelm. However, the music isn't as good.
Oh, really, Mrs. Windhelm very much.
Yeah. And the civil war has already started in Skyrim.
Ah,
We are in year 181 of the Fourth Age.
crap.
Which means the civil war has been going on for 5 years already. And Skyrim takes place 20 years from now.
Alright, yeah, that's what I'd say. Please tell me we won't end up going to... We won't end up fighting Alduin.
If the
Current
com-
objective.
if the campaign
Help the
lasts for
Dragonborn.
20 years.
Current objective, help the Dragonborn fight God. Aurelia goes to Sovngarde, meets her parents. Ew.
You're offered delicacies from High Rock, which are indeed very, very exotic by a Nord's standards. A Redguard might have had similar stuff in his life, but still, Breton cuisine is exceptional.
Tommy now goes to acknowledge and salute the other bard as a fellow bard and do some conversation.
When the performance is done,
Yes.
you can meet the singer, the other bard, at their table over there. They are with some
Actually-
other elves. Yes?
Actually, before I forget, Aurelia's gonna go get a drink. Like, some nice mead and a bit of, some of those delicacies.
Mm-hmm.
How much is that gonna be?
How much?
Yeah.
At the cost of all this would be 7 septims.
Okay, yeah, I paid 7 septims. And I'm gonna enjoy a nice meal and some good ale. Some good mead. Just be reminded of home.
Even the meat, however, doesn't feel so raw. It feels like it's you feel the flavor. You feel that it's not the meat you've been accustomed to. Even the Blackbriar meadery doesn't make such mead. It's not as strong, but it feels finer in some way.
She.
Some might call it watered down, others might call it fine,
Smooth.
smooth, yes,
More smooth.
delicate. And the food is just undescribably better than Skyrim.
She still misses the sweet roll.
Taminal, you arrive at the table. The Altmer acknowledging your presence, halting their discussion and turning towards you. Evening, Breton. Sorry, evening, Redguard.
Taminal presents himself to be Taminal Erno, a fellow bard coming from Hammerfell, and asks the Altmer what is her name. It's a woman, right?
Yes.
Female elf. Okay. And he asks politely, of course, what is her name.
Her name is Kamiya.
Kamia.
It's funny because Kamiya means nobody in Greek, and it's like what Odysseus did with Polyphemus, saying that his name is nobody.
Mm. Mm. And when asked, Polyphemus answered, nobody blind me.
Yeah. No one was playing at that inn that day. Terminal met nobody. Anyway.
Terminal explains that he was just arrived from elsewhere, and he met a lady named Listin Lula, who showed interest into Terminal's talent. And he asks Kamiya if she knows Lady Lula and what kind of person Lady Lula is.
You can definitely see Kamiya looking at you sideways when you mentioned that a noble is interested in having you as their bard. And you can make an insight check. And she says she definitely knows her. She's a noblewoman of this city. Of course, everybody knows her.
Shitty.
Shitty, yeah.
Of this shitty
A
city.
shitty nobleman.
18 insight. You said
Yes.
insight. 18 plus 1, 19. 19.
Kamiya is very obviously jealous of you. And she lets you know how much she would prefer performing for a noble one from someone of someone noble, someone of noble birth, rather than having to sing in this lowly Breton inn. But it helps her cover her expenses, for now at least.
Terminal recognizes her jealousy, and he tries to amend the situation, try to not rub it in on her, because he actually wants to make friends from the locals. Terminal asks Kamiya if she knows how to play the mouth harp.
She knows how to play any instrument, but she's not proficient with it. It can't be so different than her normal harp. She doesn't know how to play the mouth harp.
Terminal gives 1 coin to Kamiya and asks for a song.
1 coin? That is too little.
Terminal apologized. Terminal apologized. Oh, excuse me. How much do you ask for a song?
For a request, I take 5 septims.
5 seconds it is.
And if it's for the whole night, I ask for accommodation, food, a place to stay, and 30 septims. You can tell your noblewoman that if she's ever interested in me playing for her.
since uh, she since she's already mentioned it, yes, Terminal would like accommodation and a meal for the night. So it's it's 5 gold plus 30 or 30 in total.
That's how much she charges for her for her singing the whole night at the inn. That's what the inn paid her.
Okay.
To stay at the inn, it is 10 septims. Plus however
then
much
just-
for food.
Okay, Terminal then asks for a room in the inn.
They gladly offer you one. Each room has its own fireplace and nice linen covers for the bed, soft pillows, wool blankets, and there is also a cat just hanging around under the tables beneath customers' legs, between customers' legs. It doesn't seem to be speaking any language, you know.
Oh, no talking kitty this time.
The elf lets you know that she is done with her break and she will be back on stage. The other elf just kind of ignores you and continues with their meal. Tensions are rather high between the Altmeri Dominion and the Red Guards of Hammerfell. The performance is still shit. She's not playing very well.
Wait, the Altmer's bad?
Yeah.
Terminal feels a little bit disappointed about the performance.
The patrons are mostly indifferent about the performance. They are just minding their own business. Nothing that a few cups of mead can't fix. And when some of them mix mead and wine and good food, they get on top of the tables and start singing their own songs and dancing to their own rhythm. Much to the distress of the elf, who is still performing, however. Aurelia is just enjoying her lavish meal.
Just her one mug of mead and just eating a nice meal. She's just very content cleric.
Terminal sits at the table with Aurelia.
Um, you just see a very content Aurelia just kind of drinking her like mug of ale, also eating a little bit of the delicacy. She's just enjoying herself because this is the first time in a long time she's had time to just kind of just mingle. Even though we could have done that on the ship, but the problem was I didn't want to steal mead there.
Terminal comments, the ship. Don't remind me the ship.
Why was that pig? What in the Nine Divines made that thing?
You can make a nature check or a religion check.
Ooh, religion. You mean the one thing I'm good at? We roll a 1. If I roll a 1, Aurelia's too drunk. An 8. I'm just a little buzzed. Oh.
Aurelia just starts stating random religious facts about animals, birds, none of which seem to be relevant to the giant eagle you fought.
You know, Tiber Septim probably fought one of those damn things. You think he fought one of those damn things? I think he's the one who made them, the motherfucker.
Terminal looks at Aurelia, surprised because never saw this side of her. At the same time, kinda exasperated.
The performance finally finishes, and the bard and her companion leave the inn, leaving everybody else just as happy as before, still dancing, still singing, still downing gallons of mead and wine.
Aurelia's gonna try mixing, she's gonna grab a little bit of wine just to see if it tastes good.
You take a whiff of the wine. It smells fruity. You swirl it around in the glass, you take a sip, and you are met with the same fruitiness from the smell. When you stir it in your mouth, it starts developing different flavors. You can taste its individual fruit and each individual herb that's added, and the aftertaste of the fermentation just leaves a subtle hint of bitterness that goes very well with the sweetness on your tongue. No wonder they are drinking it like water. It's very, very, very tasty.
I might have to make a constitution check to see how drunk I am.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because I think that's actually what you have to do.
Yeah. If you're gonna drink that.
Alright,
much.
let's see. Let's see how much of a lightweight I am. A nat 20. Aurelia is legendary. Her liver is so strong, she can just tank alcohol shot after alcohol.
You get just the right amount of buzzed. You just
Dude,
you get on top of the table, start singing Nordic Nord songs about the Dragonborn coming back. And whoever knows whoever knows it joins in.
Terminal walks to the innkeeper and proposes to play for the audience.
Yeah, the innkeeper gladly agrees.
Nat 20.
Damn. Well, the
Terminal picks
atmosphere
up.
is exploding in this inn today. Yeah, go ahead.
Terminal picks up the song that Aurelia is singing. The Dragonborn comes and plays accompanies. While Aurelia sings, he accompanies with the lute. And I guess everybody follows, even if they don't know the words.
Yeah, if they don't know the words, they hum and they dance to the rhythm. Even though it's not much of a dance song, the Dragonborn comes, the atmosphere still is so energized by it. Everyone is tuned in, and everybody has the time of their lives. The crewmen having some well-deserved rest after that longsome journey. The civilians from the city, the residents, they too enjoy a change in tune, listening to this primarily Nord song, and all of them are brought together tonight at this inn, at the Broken Oar, to enjoy some peace, not so much quiet, but peace and serenity for sure. A round of wine for everyone, shouts the innkeep.
yay! I get more drunk. Soon I'll start delivering religious sermons.
Terminal laughs.
And the party goes on. Until it's so late that patrons start leaving, exhausted, still humming. The Dragonborn comes. Some have even started an argument whether dragons are real or not. One of them says that they'll go fight them if they are real. Make some fine armor out of their hard scales, and maybe even out of their bone.
If I do it first.
Terminal goes to Aurelia, making sure that she doesn't passes out. Probably stopping her of drinking more wine.
Oh, come on, don't be a guilt.
She just pushes you away initially. Terminal, while you were performing, the patrons were tossing coins at the bard, and you made 22 septims out of this.
22 seconds.
Yes.
I have had very good roles in regards to performance. Not all of them, of course, but very nice.
Yeah.
I had a
Terminal,
legendary role in regards to alcohol tolerance. The Nords.
Yeah.
Of course,
The dice
lords.
always tell the most accurate story. Every time. The inn starts to empty. The innkeep starts cleaning.
Terminal
Tidying
approaches
up the
the
place.
innkeeper and he asks, "So, what are the news around here?"
Any rumors?
I'm gonna walk over with him, like, drunkenly over to the bar.
Okay.
Just playing follow the bard.
The
Follow
innkeep
the bard.
tells you that there is the nobles are always at war with one another from different cities and different kingdoms. And the Duke of Camlorn is looking to marry his daughter off to some other high noble to solidify an alliance or some land or whatever else he might gain from marrying his daughter off to someone else. Someone rich.
Father, I wish to be treated as a princess. Very well, my daughter. I will marry you with a noble from Daggerfall.
Yeah.
Daggerfall. That's where the French accents don't sound right.
And
They talk about baguette.
because she's the firstborn and the duke is very old, there is people that are waiting patiently for the duke to finally die of old age so that they can themselves marry his daughter and claim his land for themselves rather than have him or her marry whoever they want.
Yep, the usual.
Yeah. And some nobles are so impatient that they have stated for now that they will hasten the duke's passing in any way that this might be possible.
A nice little palace intrigue happening.
Yes.
Terminal hears what appears to be Aurelia's gag reflex, but he might be wrong.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I have drank like this before with my Redguard friend. She's very tall.
Terminal stares at Aurelia with doubt in his eyes.
Wait, you don't think my friend's tall? She's taller than me. Of course, she did say that I couldn't drink wine and meat and kept me to one. Buzzkill. She's just out, just drunk.
Yeah, the innkeep asks Terminal, good sir, is she with you?
Terminal kind of looks at Aurelia and looks at the floor and says, "Yes, she's my friend. She's had a lot, had too much to drink. I apologize on her behalf."
Oh no! Anyway,
Terminal then. Terminal says to Aurelia, "I think you have enough wine for today."
Oh, sad cleric noises.
Terminal says to the innkeeper, "Thank you. We will go into our room."
Very well. I must thank you for your performance tonight. It was very welcome.
I thank you, sir, for your kindness.
Any request for your breakfast?
Terminal just asks, "What food do you have for breakfast tomorrow?"
A lemon pies, fresh milk, and cream-laced sweetbreads.
Terminal asks, "Do you have regular bread and cheese?"
Of course, yes. And he starts describing
Coming
a
on
very
Americans.
long menu of options for cheese. There's lots of kinds of cheese in High Rock.
Terminal asks, I will wish for fresh milk, lemon pie, bread and cheese. And my friend here, she will wish the same."
Okay.
Very well, Sir Terminal. I wish you good night and thank you again.
Terminal wishes a good night, and then he gently pushes Aurelia in front of him with both hands. Make sure that she doesn't trips over in the stairs.
all you hear is Lenny, 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 where are you at? Her friend's nickname is Lenny. She'll just shout Lenny.
This is an actual bedroll from Skyrim.
Yeah.
It seems. They look comfy.
In the memes chat, it's just dead Peter. Aurelia's just like, you should probably would have stopped it. And then after a while, she starts drifting off to sleep. And, like, she's just, like, walking to the bed as she's saying this, and as soon as she sees the bed, she just, poof, right off it. The other scroll. Quick, read it.
Okay. You are indeed met with a very comfy room. It even has a bed for the patron's pet, be it a large dog or a nimble cat. And there is also a scroll that has some nighttime stories for patrons that are not so easily falling asleep.
Tamina looks at the scroll to see if there is any interesting story. Maybe some inspiration for a future song.
There is the story of the Camlorn hero.
The Camlorn hero.
Yes. And how he managed to defeat the pirates at Wayrest. Wayrest, which used to be nothing but a humble fishing village, and nowadays, in this era, it is a bustling city full of commerce, song, and lots and lots of symptoms. And on the back side of the scroll, you can see with tiny little letters the last Argonian maid.
The last Argonian maid.
The lusty.
The
No.
lusty, yeah.
The last.
Not that one.
Polishing his spear will take all night long.
Meanwhile, Aurelia's thinking about her friend and how much she misses her. Because gosh darn did they get up to a lot of mischief.
Well, whatever the case
Terminal
might be. Yes, go ahead.
Terminal helps Aurelia to lie down, and he lies down at his bed too.
The beds are indeed very comfortable. And soon enough, sleep doesn't take too long to come. You awaken feeling well rested. Aurelia, you are sober, if not but a simple tummy ache.
But with a hangover, no?
A slight headache maybe, but nothing too bad.
My stomach hurt.
Terminal looks into a. Is the room with the window?
Yes.
The room has a window outside. Terminal opens the window and looks outside.
A cool breeze enters the room, bringing with it the smell of the seawater and the sounds of merchants peddling their wares and the bells of ships. just ringing. In the rhythm of the
Terminal.
wings.
Terminal comments to himself. I could get used to this.
Mm-hmm. Aurelia, the breeze helps clean your head a little bit.
Yay!
You should be feeling better. And a good breakfast always helps. You can smell fresh pastries being baked at the inn's not furnace, oven. And you can hear other customers, other patrons also enjoying their breakfast.
Terminal says to Aurelia, "Come, let's have some breakfast. It smells good."
Yeah, let's go. Let's go eat some breakfast. I'm hungry.
Breakfast is served. It is as you ordered.
Lemon pie, fresh milk, bread and cheese.
Yes. There is a certain figure looking at you having breakfast, and he's being quite persistent with his look. He's making it very obvious that you have his full attention.
Terminal looks at him, like making sure that he's to him that he's looking, that man.
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually he asks the man, "Can I help you, good sir?"
You are not from around here. I was just wondering if you were looking to make some coin.
Terminal thinks for a bit. What are you proposing?
Not much, just that you forget this, and he produces a small scroll. It looks like a letter, and it is sealed, and the wax has the symbol of probably some noble house of High Rock. It looks very prestigious. The wax is decorated. It contains some silver flakes. It's shiny. Only that you forget this, and shows you the scroll. That you forget this somewhere randomly. At some random house of some random noble.
Terminal asks, "Just leaving this somewhere?"
He looks around nervously.
Is
Not
that all?
well. If you describe it as such, then yes.
Terminal then asks, "Very well. if you wish me to forget this somewhere, I will have to ask you in advance for payment.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion is 20, right?
D20, yes.
19.
Ooh.
I think I have modifier. Wait a minute. Yeah, plus 2, 21.
He looks quite discontent, but he agrees. Alright then. And gives you a pouch. You can hear the coins ringing, clinking. Make the satisfying clinking
Shiny,
sound.
clinky coin.
It's a pretty hefty pouch. And he tells you that this, and gives it to you, should you find yourself at Brawl's estate, it's the name of the house, noble house,
Brawls.
make sure to remember me, and gives you the steel sealed letter.
Terminal answers, very well, sir. I will forget this somewhere. If you don't mind, can I finish my breakfast first? Me and my friend here?
He smiles and says, excuse me, good sir. Is there something you wanted? Is it something you want? Or can I help you with something? And just
Terminal then
continues
says, oh,
with his breakfast.
Terminal just says, pardon me, sir, I mistook you for someone else.
Oh, it's don't pay it any attention. Don't mind. Good morning to you, sir. Enjoy your breakfast.
Terminal sits at the table again, and he looks at the sealed letter.
You can now clearly see that it is indeed a some sort of family crest on the seal. You have seen this crest somewhere in the city. It must be a house from around here. And this letter might contain some incriminating or provoking message, and this individual wants you to leave it at their estate somewhere. And he's given you 120 septims.
120. That's a lot of money.
Hmm.
Huh. Terminal asks Aurelia, what do you think of this?
Couldn't hurt to, you know, do this. I mean, it is a pretty simple task.
Terminal says this is obviously some sort of scheme that we are involved now. This man paid me a lot of money to drop this at the at Broll's house or another. This must be something serious. We must know which crest this is. We have to find out.
The crest has a symbol of a shield with a tree on it, and the shield is separated into halves. One half has a tree, the other half has a ship's sail. This crest belongs to a noble house from this city.
Terminal finishes breakfast, and if Aurelia finishes hers, he proposes to go outside the inn.
Yeah, I think we can go outside. She's pretty much done eating at this point.
Outside there's a lot of people now. There's guards doing their checkups. And of course nobles hanging around with their luxurious and expensive garments, showing off their wealth in any way possible. Wealth that peasants have worked very hard for, and that these nobles are the ones to enjoy.
Terminal looks around for the same image of the crest as in the letter. Roll for investigation.
You don't really have to. After some time of looking around, you see a guard that has the same crest on his chest plate. Accompanying a lady. They are going towards the marketplace. Someone recognizes you from the inn yesterday and simply greets you, wishes you blessings from the divines. Continues
Terminal
on.
retributes the and thanks for the compliment, and he takes out his hat and does a little bow. Terminal decides to follow the lady and the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Does Aurelia come to Terminal?
Yeah, Aurelia's gonna follow behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Terminal looks back, trying to make sure if the man that gave him the letter is around or not.
Make a perception check.
10 plus 4, 14.
You can see that he's no longer at the inn. Looking inside from the window, you don't see him in there anymore. The pouch still weighs your pockets though. It is still there. The lady with her bodyguard go towards the market. And she starts shopping, looking for expensive textiles. For the finest of wines.
Terminal
Yes?
Terminal arrives at one of the stalls and discreetly asks the merchant what is the house of the guard. What is the house of the whose what is the house whose crest is on the guard?
It's the bowls.
The bowls.
The brawls, yes. This is Arlie Brawl.
Terminal asks the merchant, "What can you tell me about the brawls?"
He answers with general information that could describe any noble, that they like good food, fine wine. They often travel around Tamriel. They hold their house's honor on top of everything else. And they are constantly at war with each other. This specific one, and discreetly points at Arlie, the woman present. She is at war with her own sisters. Because there is a baron's son they all want to marry. But there is 5 of them.
Hmm. Isn't that the house we have to leave that note for?
It is. Terminal answers.
Hmm.
What could Terminal? Terminal mentions the to Aurelia the letter and about what could this be. From what we learn, the sisters all want to marry the Baron's son. Could this be a love letter from the Baron, from the Baron's son, to one of them? Which one?
Hmm.
Could be something completely different. We could break the seal and read the letter, but
Yeah, we could break the seal, but we also could be being watched right now. We don't know.
exactly.
He did say to misplace it, so I'm assuming that. Right, so I'm
It's
thinking that
not
maybe if
just
we
giving
put
to
it,
someone.
so if we put it in her path, like on her daily go around, she's gonna notice it.
Let's place it at the Brawl's house.
Hmm. So, do you think we should leave it in her path and see if she picks it up? Because if it is a love letter, I'm kind of interested to see where this goes.
I mean, I'll say, I want to talk with that woman first, trying to figure it out what kind of person she is. If she comes as a nice person, I will probably deliver the letter to her. If she's not, we'll have to think something else.
Good idea.
Assuming that the guard will let us approach her, of course.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The
Then Terminal
woman,
has an idea.
the woman is still shopping around, going from stall to stall, avoiding the ones that have animals for sale because they smell bad.
She doesn't like animals. That's a bad sign.
Then Terminal has an idea. He will charm the woman. Cast charm person on her.
Well, Raggy, here we go.
Can I do it?
Yes.
D20?
Return person. I think she has to roll. Yes, she has to roll. Wisdom saving throw. She succeeds. Your spell fails.
Terminal comments to Aurelia. Well, I think I just have to try to speak the best I can.
All right, you go ahead. I'll be back here in case anything goes wrong.
Terminal, you approach the woman.
Terminal, very respectful. He takes his hat. Says, "Good morning to you, madam."
She cheerfully responds, "Good day to you, kind sir."
Terminal feels confident of her because of her answer. Allow to introduce me. My name is Terminal Erno. I'm a bard coming from Hammerfell. I just recently arrived here at Camorn, and I don't know much about your city. Would ma'am be so kind to elucidate me about the house, your house, you possess?"
Mm-hmm. Well, she is very eager to do so, and she starts talking about her house, her connection to the city, about her sisters, her family in general. Then starts showing various points of interest in the city, giving information about them as well, and she doesn't stop talking. And we will continue on the next session.
Right.
Oh, that was great. Still in combat, and Aurelia got drunk.